Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of this season.
Which we have only one of.
So this episode is going to be about the Mercedes CLA 2019.
So the CLA first started in 2013 and it was the car between the A-Class and the C-Class. It was longer than the A-Class limo and had a coupe style roofline. It also had a touring model named Shooting Brake.
And this car has now been given a facelift with quite significant changes. So let's start with the front. So this car has a wider grille and the lights now stretch more to the sides. It also has a wider and longer look than the previous generation.
And all of this has made it more aerodynamic. It has a drag coefficient of 0.23, which is more aerodynamic than a man or a cycle. But it surely resembles the A-Class a lot. It is 15 cm longer than A-Class generation.
Wait, that's as long as the C-Class.
2 mm longer actually.
In the sides we can see the shoulders are thicker, giving it a coupe roof style, and in the rear it is completely different from an C-Class or an A-Class. But then what is same is the fake exhaust. It gets 460 liters of boot space.
That is 10 liters smaller than the previous generation, but the opening is longer.
Moving to the engines, you get the normal CLA 250 with a 2-liter turbo with 225 horsepower, or you get a 1.4 petrol or 1.4 diesel. Sounds the same, but this time you get two more variants, the CLA 35 AMG with 310 horsepower and the CLA 45 AMG with 385 horsepower.
So this car is based on the A-Class, so it's front wheel drive with 4-wheel drive optional.
Moving inside, even before we move inside, you get doors that are frameless. As soon as you open, they lower by about a centimeter, and then as soon as we close them, they raise back in place.
Coming to seats, you get normal seats or you can get sports seats to keep you in seat. So inside the features are same as the A-Class. You get the same dual screen MBUX system, but there are a few improvements and upgrades.
For those who don't know the MBUX from the A-Class, the MBUX or Mercedes-Benz user experience is their latest system. It consists of one big screen split into two, and one of them is the digital driver's display and the other one is the infotainment system. The infotainment has touchscreen, whereas the digital driver's display can only be operated from the left side controls on the steering wheel.
The infotainment screen can also be controlled with gesture control, speech control, and manually with dial or touchpad.
What's new is that you can detect who is using the infotainment screen using proximity sensors mounted on the mirror.
You also get the built-in voice assistant that can be activated using the keyword "Hey Mercedes," which was also there in the A-Class, but this time it can understand things better and will only listen to what the person who activates it says and not a third person.
You also get energizing comfort package with seat kinetics. For those who don't know what it is basically a setting. For example, if you tell the assistant that you're stressed, it will close the sunroof to kind of keep you calm and set the ambient lighting to green, put some relaxing music, and then start seat kinetics, which is kind of a massage.
You also get ambient lighting in the air vents, so when you set the temperature to hot, they turn red, and when you turn it to cold, they turn blue, and after a while, they go back to normal settings. So this car is just the C-Class Coupe filled with tech, because the new C-Class does not get the latest MBUX system.
That's all for this episode. Subscribe and turn on post notification in order to keep in tune for our next episode.